like for me to think that a woman would complete me as well and that I couldn't be able to do anything, that my life's been stifled because I don't have a woman in my life would be very ridiculous and would actually be very horrible to do that to the world. That you have something on your life that you have to offer to this world. And right now you have, like we've already been talking about, so much time within the season of singleness to really invest into other people. That once you're married, you get to invest into your husband, you get to invest in your spouse. But the thing is right now, like we said, you've all this time, and your life does not start once you're married. That actually your life completely changes once you're married, and you really have to focus on that person. I'd say right now, really just focus on what God's telling you to do.
Today, I don't have an empty cup. I actually don't have a prop. I have my son. I have Alec Bevere.
Her cup is full.
Yes, you're my only single son.
It's true.
Single son.
Thanks for pointing that out.
No, that doesn't, hey, listen.
No, there's power in
that.
that. There's power in that.
There's incredible power. So I'm going to ask Alec some questions.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yes. And just so you guys know, she did not tell me any of these questions beforehand.
We have not rehearsed them. He tried to look at them, and I took them away from him. Okay, so Alec.
Forgive me.
Okay,
Forgive me.
What are you looking for in a spouse, Alec? Tell me, because I know you and I have had this conversation, and I think that people are going to find it surprising.
What am I looking for in a spouse? I would say what I'm looking for in a spouse is really just somebody who, first and foremost, fears God. Somebody who really, whenever they're down, whenever they're upset with me, that they're always going to have a place to go to, that they'll always have a place to go back to God. So then I know that that's always going to be the healthiest thing within a relationship.
Like a counselor and a refuge.
Yeah, exactly. So who's her counselor? Is it God?
Yeah.
Does she fear God, essentially? That's number one. Number two, just somebody who is willing just to try things. Just someone who's willing just to have basically an adventure with. I want life just to be a fun adventure. I mean, that's even the whole thing, even with sons and daughters, is It's all about discovering the adventure that is within living the life with God. And so I would say just a woman who is not afraid just to have an adventure. And
so she fears God, but she's not afraid of adventure.
Yeah, she's not afraid of adventure. And then, just somebody who's passionate about something. You told me that honesty is a huge thing too. Oh yeah, honesty is definitely major. Just whenever it comes down to any factor, if someone can be honest about themselves, if someone can be honest about me, that's super important. Like I would want someone just to tell me when I'm messing up. I would want someone to confront me. If someone's not going to confront me, if I'm always just going to be me. I don't want that. I want someone who's going to be able to call me out and be honest about me, but then also someone who's going to be able to just be honest about just other things in life.
So I'm hearing you want someone that's going to bring out the best in you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, so This is a very big, important question. Do you have to hear from the Lord to go out to a coffee date with somebody?
I would definitely say no. The reason why is, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people who... I guess I like to say who are afraid of Ish, and that means that they're afraid of Ishmael. They're afraid that they're gonna birth some sort of thing.
Every coffee date doesn't have to be Isaac.
Yeah, they feel like they'll be taking the wrong path. Okay. Basically, Ishmael is whenever Abraham, he was promised the son that was going to come through Sarah, and then he decided to try to make it happen between his own power.
Your generation is afraid of just being normal, of just meeting people. It's like, did God tell me to marry this person? If he didn't, I can't go to coffee with them. Yeah, no, really, there's a lot of people, that's perfectly put, who just feel that they have to have some sort of confirmation, that it has to be some sort of amazing story that maybe happened, that it has to be some sort of great event for them to actually go out with this person. No, I think if someone is clever enough to ask you out in a funny way, or if someone asks you out in a very kind way, then you owe that person at least one date. So why not? Just do it. Unless you're freaked out from this person for legitimate reasons, don't do that. What has been the biggest challenge for you? 3 of your brothers got married, 2 of them very fast.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you find to be the most rewarding thing about being single and the most challenging thing about being single?
I would actually definitely say the most challenging thing is actually kind of other people's perspectives, which is kind of a weird thing that you're asking me what's a challenging thing for me, but it's actually a lot of times other people's perspectives. I remember when, so the two brothers that got married quickly, yes. Austin and Arden, so whenever they just started dating, they both got into a relationship around like the same time. And everyone was looking at me just like, yo, when are you going to get in a relationship? Yes. Also kind of like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, why is he not in a relationship? There must be something wrong with him. And I don't know, like it definitely was actually kind of scary because I knew both of my brothers were going to propose 2 days apart from each other. And so I, on purpose, proposed to a statue, not even a real person, to actually counteract this whole thing, because I knew that a lot of people, they really get on to people. So really, what am I trying to say? And by the way, maybe probably sound kind of weird when I said I proposed to a statue. It's kind
are you guys still together?
It's kind of a funny video. You guys have to see the video to understand what I'm talking about. But no, essentially what I'm getting at is there's a lot of pressure. And I would want to definitely alleviate any pressure anyone else out there is feeling, that there's like, hey, you're this age, why aren't you married? Or hey, you know, all of your siblings are married, why aren't you married? Or hey, like, what's essentially wrong with you? And I'd say there's definitely nothing wrong with you. I mean, marriage is definitely a big decision. And I know if it's someone that I'm going to constantly be around, someone that I don't know, essentially, it's someone I'll be with for the rest of my life. It's a big decision, so I don't have to rush it. Your dad always says
you're signing up to serve somebody for a lifetime.
Yeah. I got to figure out who I want to serve, you know, so, yeah.
All right. What is the best thing about this season of single? You said what was the challenging. What's the best thing?
I'd say the best thing is time, actually. I think that a lot of single people don't realize how much time they actually have on their hands. Mm-hmm. That really, whenever you're in a season of singleness, hey, this is a really good time to really just develop yourself. Mm-hmm. And something that actually, a really cool revelation, if you want me sharing really quick, that God kind of gave me when I was single, was realizing...
You are single.
That's right. I am single. I don't have some sort of secret relationship.
When I was single.
That sounded weird. No, I am single. But a revelation that God gave me within this season of singleness is really actually how he sets up his relationship with us. Mm. And that the Bible tells us in our youth to seek God. And he tells us to seek God because actually we're learning how to have an important relationship with God. God wants us to seek him so that we have a relationship with him. I think singleness is a very important season because we learn actually how to have an important and a healthy relationship with God. And then we actually get to reflect that relationship onto a spouse. That God is someone who actually calls out a lot of amazing things in our lives. That God's someone who sees the potential in us. And he's like, no, I see this gifting in you. And like, I know that like you can do this. And like, we're like, no, God, I don't think I can do that. No, trust me. Like I'm going to empower you in certain ways. And I think that that's the same way that a man's supposed to do for a woman. That a man's actually, the Bible says that men are to love their wives like Christ loves the church. Mm-hmm. And so really in this season of singleness, you get to learn from God, this healthy relationship, how to actually empower a woman, how to actually speak those things into her life from what you're learning from God. So it's actually a very important season, in my opinion.
Okay, so tell me something fun. I know what they are, but tell me something fun you're getting to do right now because you are single and you have some time.
Yeah, actually, I'm working on just a lot of different projects. It's really great because I get to really dive into work. But actually, right now, I am building a house, and it's really fun. It's a really amazing process, and I wasn't going to let just being single stop me from actually moving forward on an amazing opportunity that I found with the house.
Yeah.
And so, I went ahead, just started moving forward with it, and it's really exciting just to think that one day I will actually be in that house. One of my friends actually, he built his house beforehand, and his room, his master bedroom, he refused to actually even sleep in that master bedroom until he got married.
Yes.
And I actually think that's a really cool thing.
Are you going to do that?
Well, probably not because it's a 2-bedroom house and I'm going to rent out one of the rooms. So I don't want to be sleeping on the couch for that amount of time. However, the point is when my friend did that, I thought that was really, really cool. And he basically has set up this house, this area for a woman to come in and
it's exciting.
Be a part of. Yeah. So I'm excited for that future. Yeah.
Any other projects?
I am actually also working on a book right now. Yeah, I'm really excited about this book, and going back to the time thing of being singleness, of living in singleness period or whatever. Yeah. I really just have a lot more time. And so it's really great just to really think about different, and being able to actually relate to a lot of people who are in a season of singleness, even within the book. A lot of the book has to even do a little bit with that. And so it's really great. Like, you get to really draw a lot of things out that I know that once I step into marriage, there's a lot of things I get to draw out of myself then, that I'm going to actually be pulling out a whole new me, and I'm going to be going through a lot of just all different types of circumstances. So right now I have the time to pull out the singleness. So,
okay. So yeah. I want you to speak directly to the camera. And I want you to say what you would say to the single girls out there that have believed the lie, that they have to wait on their life, that they're unwanted, that they need to be fixed up with somebody or set up. What would you say to them? Because it sounds like you're not waiting to start your life. What would you say to them?
Oh, no. If you're waiting, if you think that your man will complete you, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, for me to think that a woman would complete me as well, and that I couldn't be able to do anything, that my life's been stifled because I don't have a woman in my life, would be very ridiculous, and would actually be very horrible to do that to the world. That you have something on your life that you have to offer to this world. And right now you have, like we've already been talking about, so much time within the season of singleness to really invest into other people. That once you're married, you get to invest into your husband, you get to invest in your spouse. But the thing is right now, like we said, you've all this time, and your life does not start once you're married. That actually your life completely changes once you're married, and you really have to focus on that person. I'd say right now, really just focus on what God's telling you to do.
Okay, so you heard it. We need you to dream big. We need you to pray big.
Yeah.
We need you to take risk. We need you to go full in this season. This is not a season of waiting. This is a season of opportunity for you. So go ahead and begin. You don't have to wait. Go ahead and start.
Starts today.
Yeah. Hope you understand. You can see the season from a totally different paradigm. This is not, I'm going to wait and I hope and then my life will begin when I get that storybook. You begin to write your story now. You don't have to wait. Girlfriend, we need you and we need what's on your life, so you just go for it.